Payroll, steady peso, everybody on the payroll, under control. Every 20 minutes change clothes, shot my boy post. Only do shit when I say go, if you say so. Run up in the scene in my tight jean shorts, looking like a pimp, but I got one hoe. Can you shut me out? And I said hell no, never switching up, only switch up.
Hey guys, I'm back with the story What if Goku was trapped in the time chamber and became the Supreme Creator Part 11. Please like, comment and subscribe for more thanks. We pick back up the story with the Tournament of Power, in which Goku was now about to fight against the Supreme Creator God Zeus, having already defeated Akumo. Zeus had gladly and arrogantly accepted Goku's challenge. Despite Goku beating Kuro, who was an Omni King, and now beating his strongest warrior Akumo, he still wholeheartedly believed that he was completely superior to Goku. Zeus floated down to the arena after Akumo had been removed. Goku eyed Zeus carefully. He could tell that this Supreme Creator truly believed he was superior to him. How foolish. Initially Goku was only going to fight Zeus to test his power, but now he had other plans. After seeing Zeus's attitude, he decided he would teach him a lesson in humility. Meanwhile, all the deities were watching expectantly. In all of history there has never been anyone to challenge the Creator God. But that had all been until now. Goku, who was still in Super Saiyan 4, took his battle stance. Zeus on the other hand did not take a battle stance, he just stood as if Goku was no threat to him. One of Zeus's angel attendees gave the signal for the match to begin. Goku wasted no time and blitzed towards Zeus at scary speeds. He prepared a punch, intending to hit Zeus at his face. Zeus quickly blocked the powerful punch with his forearm. The power from their clash made the Null Realm shake violently. If it hadn't been for the powerful energy barrier the four Supreme Angels raised, everyone was sure they would have been destroyed. Goku and Zeus began to clash at invisible speeds to most except the Supreme Angels. To everyone else it just seemed like huge explosions and shockwaves were going off randomly, since Goku and Zeus were moving at speeds beyond their comprehension. Zeus landed a powerful knee to Goku's gut, making the Saiyan hiss in pain. Zeus then followed up with a right hook that sent Goku crashing into some nearby rocks. Zeus held out his hand towards Goku as black chains appeared from the ground and wrapped around Goku's arms and legs, binding his movements. Goku knew this technique well, it was the demonic chains. These black chains were said to be unbreakable once they catch you. The chains also do more than just bind you. They also suck away your energy while they deliver an unfathomable amount of pain to your body. But despite this, Goku wasn't worried in the slightest. His masters had shown him all kinds of techniques, this being one of them, thus he knew how to deal with them. Zeus, smiling arrogantly as if he had already won the match, walked calmly up to the restrained Goku. Well, would you look at that? The mighty Saiyan is now all caught up, restrained and helpless, mocked Zeus. I had told you from the beginning you were no match for me, and now look at you. Zeus internally was wondering why Goku wasn't displaying any expressions of pain, since his chains were supposed to inflict pain on their captors. Meanwhile in the spectators' stand, Daishinkan looked concerned at Goku's situation. He had never seen the demonic chains in person, but he has heard how powerful they are and what they are capable of. Looking around at the other gods and angels from the other universes and multiverses, he could see they shared a similar thought. Daishinkan then looked towards Isabella. Her face was completely calm as if she wasn't concerned about Goku's current predicament. Daishinkan, seeing Isabella calm, decided to relax himself. He had learned that if Isabella was calm, then that meant that Goku was fine, no matter how bad the situation looked. Isabella smiled inwardly as she watched Goku play with Zeus's ego. Goku had more than enough power in his arsenal to obliterate Zeus in less than a second. But it seemed that Goku wanted to play for a bit. Back down in the arena. Hearing Zeus's words, Goku chuckled to himself. Zeus, hearing Goku chuckle despite being wrapped in his chains, spoke. What's funny, worm, and why aren't my chains affecting you? Goku ignored his question. Zeus, I would like to congratulate you on making me draw out 40% of my power in this form, but this dance is about to reach its end, responded Goku calmly. All the spectators gasped in shock at Goku's words. Zeus was about to respond, but was stopped when he saw Goku effortlessly rip free from his demonic chains. Goku then began to raise his power in Super Saiyan 4 to the limit as the Null Realm shook violently as if it was going to be destroyed. Powerful rays of lightning struck everywhere and loud thunder could be heard as Goku raised his power. Zeus, who had been close to Goku when he raised his power, had been blown away from the sheer amount of power Goku was releasing. When the smoke and debris cleared, Goku could be seen in Super Saiyan 4 at full power with electricity dancing around him. At a speed that not even Zeus himself could see, Goku disappeared and reappeared behind Zeus and landed a kick to the back of his head, sending the creator god rocketing to the ground. Zeus hit the ground with great force as his body created a crater. Goku watched as Zeus slowly picked himself up off the ground. Zeus wiped away a trail of blood that was coming from his mouth. He glared daggers up at Goku, rage in eyes. "You bastard, you will die for this," said Zeus as he began to raise his power to the max, making the Null Realm shake as his power skyrocketed. Now at his full power, Zeus rushed towards Goku, who was standing still as if waiting for him to hit him. Zeus connected a powerful right hook to Goku's jaw, but to his surprise along with everyone else's, Goku's face only moved an inch. Zeus was wide-eyed at this. He had put all his power into that punch, but despite the power of the punch, it had barely been able to move Goku. Goku, seeing Zeus's shock, took advantage of it as he landed an uppercut to Zeus's gut that made the creator god spit a bit of blood as he curled over to clutch his stomach. Goku then placed one finger on Zeus's forehead, making him unable to move. Zeus had found himself frozen in place when Goku touched his forehead. No matter how hard he tried to fight it off or resist, the Saiyan seemed to have him bound in place. Goku then spoke. "How did you like that punch? I know you really felt that one." Zeus, hearing Goku mock him, snarled in anger. Goku, seeing Zeus's glare, shrugged it off as he continued. "You see, I would just end this match now since my power now far exceeds yours. But that would be giving you the easy way out. Instead, I'm going to beat you until you are unable to even keep your eyes open. Your arrogance knows no bounds, so I'll be sure to humble you." Goku then punched Zeus in the face, sending him flying away. Goku, with a single glare, sent hundreds of thousands of attacks at Zeus. Zeus yelled in pain as the invisible attacks descended upon him. To the spectators it seemed like Zeus was being tossed and punched around by some invisible force. When the attacks stopped, Zeus could be seen on the ground barely standing. His clothes were torn and his body was bruised and bloodied. Also, Zeus's right eye was now swollen and he was breathing heavily. All the spectators looked at this scene with wide eyes. It was an unbelievable sight to see the creator god in such a condition. Daishinkan had been blown away at what he had witnessed. He could not believe Goku had come so far since the Tournament of Power. It was like he was a completely different being compared to then. Goku, who was floating in the sky, looked down at Zeus, who was glaring up at him, barely still on his feet. But still Goku was not finished with him. Goku then outstretched both of his arms at his side. As he did so, portals opened as his arms entered through them. Before Zeus could realize what was about to happen, he was suddenly punched in the face when a portal opened beside his head with Goku's fist coming through it. Zeus was sent flying away, but not for long, because just then at his back another portal opened with Goku hitting him. Zeus shouted in pain as Goku's fist hit his back. He had felt a few bones break when his body made impact. This continued for 5 whole minutes as Zeus was being bounced around like a ping-pong ball. As this happened, all the deities, including Akumo and the Supreme Angels, had their jaws on the floor as Goku basically mopped the floor with Zeus. When the whole ordeal was over, Zeus could be seen with his back on the ground. His body was broken, his clothes looked like rags and his eyes were barely open. In his current condition he couldn't even form words to say. All that fighting spirit and confidence he had, shattered. Goku calmly walked over to the downed Zeus. "At the beginning of this match you had placed your title on the line. Now that you see how this has turned out, with me winning, you know how this ends, don't you?" said Goku, forming a potent and powerful ball of Hakai in his hand. Zeus didn't respond. Not like he could anyway, his face had knots and bruises all over, just trying to speak would be painful. Hakai, said Goku, launching the attack at Zeus. Everyone watched in disbelief as the creator god Zeus slowly dissipated away until he was no more. The entire arena was silent, no one able to voice out anything, due to the shock they were in. It almost seemed like a dream, but no, this was reality. When everyone got over their shock, destroyers, Kais, angels and warriors got up and kneeled in respect to Goku. "All hail the creator," were the words heard all around the arena as everyone praised the new creator god. Goku raised his hand, making everyone go silent as they listened intently to what he was about to say. From this day forth as the new creator god, things will change. There are a lot of things that need to be improved in many multiverses. I, as the new creator god, will do my best to ensure that. But for now you all may return to your multiverses until further notice, dismissed. With that, Goku watched as all the other Omni Kings, angels, destroyers and Kais disappeared back to their multiverses. Isabella and Daishinkan approached Goku. "So Goku-sama, now that you are the creator god, who will take over as Omni King?" asked Daishinkan respectfully. Goku thought for a moment before replying. "It will be Vegeta, but he will need more training in order to take the role. You will take him to the hyperbolic time chamber in the palace in order to do so." Daishinkan gave a bow. "As you wish, Goku-sama, it will be done. I was wondering when you would end it, but I guess you wanted to play around for a bit," said Isabella, smiling. Goku rubbed the back of his head, giving his typical smile. "You know me really well," he responded. But before the three could continue their conversation, 5 people approached Goku and kneeled deeply in respect. Goku turned to see the Supreme Four Angels kneeling, but what surprised him even more was seeing Akumo kneeling with great respect. Goku then voiced a question on his mind. "Akumo, at first you hated me, but now you are here before me showing great respect. What was it that caused the change?" asked Goku, eyeing Akumo carefully to try and detect any lies in his response. "Watching you fight Zeus made me see what I acted like, seeing it humbled me. I have learned from the error of my ways of thinking." Goku gave a small smile. He could tell that the Saiyan was truthful. "Very well, I'll let bygones be bygones, so we can move forward." Goku then turned towards Daishinkan and Isabella. "Isabella, you will come with me to my new palace. Daishinkan, return with the others back to your multiverse in order to get Vegeta ready for his new position," Goku ordered. The Grand Priest bowed and went off. Seeing them gone, Goku spoke. "Now then, take me to my new palace," Goku ordered. "As you wish, Goku-sama," the Supreme Angels replied as they all disappeared in a trail of bright light. The Supreme Angels were vastly more powerful than regular angels. Thus getting to the palace took less than 10 minutes. When they finally arrived at the Creator God's palace, Goku marveled at its size. It looked similar to Xeno's before he had changed it. But only this one was 20 times bigger. The Supreme Angels began to give their new Creator God a tour of his new home. It took nearly 5 hours to do so, since the place was huge. As the angels showed Goku around the palace, Goku had Isabella change things to his liking. Zeus had loved gold and an older look to his palace. Goku didn't dislike gold, but this much gold in a single place was excessive. Goku removed the gold and replaced it with exotic crystals, marble, granite and diamonds. The place had 10 pools, 15 hot tubs, 25 gardens, 200 luxurious rooms with just as many bathrooms. The place also had a time chamber and many other things Goku would get around to another time. The place was self-manageable. After seeing and changing things to his liking, Goku made his way to his throne room with the others following behind him. He walked for 10 minutes as they casually talked until they came upon 2 large doors. The doors were covered in beautiful blue diamonds and crystal and were at least 50 feet tall. Goku, pushing the doors open, walked inside his throne room. The ceiling was at least 60 feet in height, and on the ceiling as well as the walls was a mixture of beautiful blue diamonds and crystal, since this was the main color Goku wanted his throne room to have. The entire floor was completely a black marble color with small trace lines of blue. From the door to the throne itself was a long royal blue rug. Goku calmly made his way to his luxurious throne. Speaking of the throne, it was no short of a work of art. The large throne was decorated with blue and black diamonds. But unlike other thrones that were rooted to the ground, this one was different because it levitated slightly off the ground. Goku walked up the 5 steps and sat comfortably on his throne. The cushions really made it relaxing to sit in. The 4 angels took their place on his side, 2 on each, while Isabella stood next to him. Akumo kneeled respectfully. "Goku-sama, do you have any orders for me at the moment?" asked Akumo respectfully. "Not at the moment," was the reply from Goku. "For now you may return to your domain until further notice. Before I start doing anything, I'll give Daishin-kan time to train Vegeta so he can take up his new position." "As you wish," was the reply from Akumo as he got up and left. Goku for now wanted to relax and maybe go into his time chamber to do some training. Meanwhile, back in Multiverse 1, we could see Daishin-kan entering the palace with Vegeta at his side. The Grand Priest had already told him about Goku and his new position as the Creator God. Vegeta couldn't believe what the Grand Minister had told him. The power the priest was saying Goku had displayed against Akumo and Zeus was unfathomable to believe. It made him realize just how far Goku was ahead of him. From what the Grand Priest said, Goku was eons ahead of him. Trying to compare himself to Kakarot would be disgraceful at this point. But he no longer felt angry about any of it. He had already come to accept that Goku was on another level compared to himself. But now he was about to receive more training in order to fulfill his new role as Omni King. Vegeta didn't really know what was required of him once he became Omni King, but the Grand Priest had assured him that he would guide him and help him get accustomed to his position. At the moment they were walking through his new palace as the Grand Priest showed him where he would be staying from now on. After showing Vegeta around, the Grand Priest led Vegeta to the time room to begin their training. That's all for part 11. Please like, comment and subscribe for more. Thanks. Also, I noticed a lot of you aren't subscribed to the channel. It doesn't hurt to sub up and support the channel. After all, it's free and it motivates me to continue these stories. Thanks.